is my little makeshift podcast studio. I know many of you download my podcast every week, and mostly I'm doing my podcast on the road in some kind of location around the world where we're trying to reach the world. But when I'm home in Sydney, Australia, I do my podcast really wherever I can. Because if you want to have and do it all in life, you have got to learn the art of flexibility. We have a saying in our world that blessed are the flexible, for they shall not be snapped. And so my team has learned that if we're going to fit my life in, I'm normally home only just for a few days or at the most a week in a month. And so we've got to fit a lot of things in. And one of those is obviously getting our podcast down, because if I'm not on the road, they've got to be recorded. And often I just feel like normally when I do those from home, I'm sharing something that's really in my heart or in my spirit, and we've got to make it happen. So you see my team running around with kind of computers and headphones and microphones and trying to make it work everywhere. It is a bit of a Monty Python show, I've got to admit. But I've taught them the art that, life doesn't just fit into nice boxes. If you want to have compartments, you're not going to be able to have and do it all in life. I mean, one of the major premises of the book is that I don't have a compartmentalized life, but I have an interconnected life. So everything from the kids getting up, jumping all over me, getting them Cheerios for breakfast, jumping on the elliptical machine for 45 minutes to get my cardio out. And so in case you're wondering, yes, I am still in those clothes. So you are glad that you're looking at me through this screen and you're not standing next to me, because this is not a sweet smelling incense that's happening right now. It's quite the contrary. But you know what? Who's got time? At times you've just got to fit it all in. So I made a decision. I'm not going into the office, but I'm going to jump off the elliptical, stretch. That is a very important factor. Did stretch, and then upstairs into our little room, set up and do a couple of podcasts so that I could get them out. So I guess this is just like a few little tips on how do I make it all work. You just make it work. There are some days that, I've got to go to meeting after meeting and get up and get dressed and make time for all of that. But there are some times where it is just intense and you've got to fit it all in. So you can't look your best. So same gear that I worked out in is the same gear that I'm podcasting in. And I hope by the time it comes to you on the airwaves that the nice sweat aroma. I know girls are supposed to perspire. I don't perspire, honey. I sweat. And so I hope that you don't get those flows. So really just wanted to give you a glimpse of how all this happens. And this is just a crazy day in the life of Chris Kane. So we've achieved a few things. I've got to get a few podcasts out. So I'll chat with you again soon. And I hope you download it. I don't know if you ever have. It's called Coffee with Chris. But, if you don't drink coffee, do tea with Chris. Monox, maybe. As long as it's not soda pop. So maybe water with Chris. Anyway, I hope to hear from you soon. Okay, love you guys. Bye.